Hello everyone, I'm Duke James, this is Fez 3.0. I've gotten both Mali and England to 99%. I've looted a bunch of England. For the most part, I think most of these provinces probably aren't going to have that much loot. Wessex probably would. Let's see how long this siege lasts, actually. Is this a quick siege? Did I just lose a stability point or gain a stability point? Okay, I must have gained a stability point. Alright. I took commerce from the burghers. So I had a huge step up in property. I feel like whenever I first take stuff from the burghers, or anyone really taking stuff from any of the estates, it gives a huge amount of gold in the first year, and then it drops off afterwards. I wanted to take farmland from the nobles, but I figured the nobles are still at 52% power, so I'd rather continue to weaken them versus taking stuff from them. This should be a pretty quick siege, I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and loot this. I looted London, there was really no ducats in that. London's pretty weak. $71%, 85%, there we go. Loot them. It's a good amount of loot, maybe we'll capture one of their ships. Hey, okay, we did capture a heavy ship. Alright, so I want this deal from not France, England. So I take half of Ireland, they revoke a core, they break their overlordship over Burke. This includes Dublin, which is actually a pretty decent province. It was a major center of trade, or it was a dominant center of trade. I guess me looting it bumped them down, but there's still a major center of trade in the North Sea node. And then I get Tarde in Naples, which is in the Phoenician node, or Adriatic Sea node. And then I take all of New England, which is actually a decent size. I take this stuff, which I'm probably just going to end up giving this stuff to Bolivia. Because this nation, Chile, is not going to be strong, so if I just give it to Bolivia, let them deal with it. And then these territories over here in Brazil, these three South African territories, all of Madagascar, and this one Indian province as well. So that is all the stuff that I want from them. They lost 117,000 men. We lost 84,000 men, 62,000 to attrition. I assume most of those were mercs, for the most part. Take 4 transport ships, bring them over there. And then Mali. I can take all of Mali's territory. It's going to cost 1,000 admin to core all of their provinces. And they'll revoke 3 cores. I'll actually get them to revoke Kabu instead. It's a lot of admin. But it's for good borders, so it's worth it. Alright, these are colonies. These are settled land. I've had French separatists down here in this province for 4 rebellions worth. It says that they're going to break off, but it's at 100% and they still haven't broken off, which I assume if they haven't broken off by now, they're not going to break off. So I built 7,000 troops over here to hopefully deal with some of these rebellions, and then I can't even core these because they're too far away, so I will give them to Bolivia. If I can. Yeah, Caterpie. I guess there's Caterpies in that province. Bio and Mapuche. And these guys will just live down here forever. They can have that province. We looted 31,745 ducats. That was both England and Mali. Let's go ahead and add those provinces to the trade company, add those provinces to the trade company, add that province to the trade company. Let's core that province. Let's go ahead and core these provinces. Alright, hopefully there are no rebellions over here, because these provinces are all Sunni already, so hopefully that keeps their unrest over here to a minimum. Which it doesn't look like there's much unrest. Just a couple provinces with a couple unrest in them. Really, I think just these two. Let's move them over here. I'm going to send an expedition just for fun to France. France is Tech 31. We're Tech 38. We might be able to take something from them. I really just want to take a province through an expedition. I want to take a French province through an expedition because that would be hilarious. Africa would be colonizing Europe. I don't think they're going to get there in time. It's going to take me a long time to core this stuff. My stability is probably going to tank in the meantime. Oh yeah, we're going down. Oh, and more separatists rose up down there. Yeah, you guys can have fun down there. Oyo's more than halfway being annexed. I'll probably release... They can release Madagascar. Give them all those provinces and then annex them. Just give them Madagascar. Let's see, we're 8 years ahead on Diptech. And I don't really have any intention on finishing these groups. Vassal force limit contribution might actually be nice, because we are over, but it's only by 4. I could probably just delete 4 troops somewhere. Or not, because I think we have enough money to absorb that. Those extra costs. Yeah, we make a lot from property. There's some provinces. This province is probably our best province in terms of commerce in the world, I think. Not in terms of units, but in terms of money. The commerce output of this province for this year is 1,722 ducats. Because a lot of trade flows through this province. Because it's South Africa, so pretty much a lot of stuff from over here flows through there, since it doesn't really flow through here, because I don't really own anything over here. I own this province, and nothing in the Gulf of Aden. Except this province, which doesn't have commerce industry, so everything, I believe everything flows through that province. Which makes this province very rich. There's 91 urban development in this province, but there's only 36,000 residents, so probably 85 of this urban development is because of the commerce flowing through that province. Let's dump him. For reference, our capital, actually our capital has a lot. 2,000. That's a lot. Siberia has 400. Fez has 800 ducats. This is where all of our money's coming from. Tlemcen has 500 ducats of commerce output. Tunis has 747. Palermo 245. Dumiat and Alexandria. Dumiat has 336. And Alexandria has 987 ducats. Cairo doesn't really have that much, I don't believe so. 248. So Alexandria makes a lot from commerce. And then Zanzibar, 773 ducats. Songo, 49 ducats. Yes, so the trade here flows from South Africa. It doesn't go to the Congo, which is interesting. It can either go to the Congo or it can go to Senegambia. And I don't think I can control where it actually goes with merchants or anything. I think they trade based off of a bunch of different factors, so it's not really something that you can, I don't believe it's something that you can change with directing trade with merchants. Doesn't seem like it goes to Senegambia. Or it goes over here. But I don't think it goes over here either. Interesting. It does end up here, so it goes somewhere. Because this node, looking at the capital again, is what, it's more than 2,000 ducats, so it gets up there. Alright, I'm gonna build rank 4 amenities in my capital. Because there's 205,000 people living here. It's rank 3 amenities, which is 80,000, so they're definitely dying a lot. And there's now a rank 4 capital here, so probably build amenities rank 4, harborage rank 4, and then another capital. This is 30 units, so theoretically it should be built in 3 years, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than that. Because Fez, I don't even think has built anything in the last like 5 years. Tlemcen has built a little bit. I'm going to build a rank 2 capital in Siberia. It seems like it costs not a lot, so let's actually check this. Okay, investment is above spending, so it shouldn't have decayed. Let's do that. Yeah. I'm gonna have the men over here, 30,000 men on Ireland. I don't want to actually conquer anything for a little bit because my overextension is 237%. So I'm going to try to core some of this stuff. I'm going to continue annexing, probably release Madagascar. And I'm going to put 30,000 men in here. I'm going to attack Vijayanagara for Travancore's. Yeah, we got maps. For Vijayanagara's, or Travancore's cores over here. So I'll take those back and then loot Vijayanagara in the meantime while I'm waiting for cores. Alright, I was going to wait for some troops to come over to India, but our ruler died. Which really frickin' sucks, because he was above 65 executive authority. He was like 22 years old. That's unfortunate. I was going to free the peasantry. And there's this event, which I'm not sure what this is. Passing on the throne. An Ottoman coronation ceremony is the most grand thing many will see in their lifetime. The coronation of Ahmad II is no exception. As the sword of Osman, we're not Turkey. It's girded upon Ahmad II by the Sharif of Konya. However, our viziers look upon him with some amount of dread. He was never the most likely candidate. Okay, we got an Ottoman event for some reason. Some would go as far as to say that it was the mediocrity that allowed Ahmad II to triumph. Greater men never considered him a threat, and others hoped to control the empire through him. One thing our new sultan has clearly demonstrated: when the need arises, he will not shy away from sinking a dagger in the back of those that trust him. Alright, this event does nothing. But this isn't, like, we don't have a Turkish ruler on our throne either, so that's weird. Also, Egypt formed. I thought that was England at first. It's not. Alright, and then this also sucks because it's, yeah, we're gonna have to take more relations hits. Because I don't want to lose stability. At least we don't have a Regency Council, because that would be a double relation hit. So there is that silver lining. Alright, I brought 45,000 men. 43,000 men over here. So that should hopefully be enough. They don't have any allies. Let's declare for that. Go ahead and take that. Alright, let's send this expedition back to La Plata, close that off. That was a quick siege. I sieged that province down before I could even choose a looting policy. This is my vassal's core, but I'm going to go ahead and severe looting the war and loot them. They really don't have that many troops, sub 30,000. Probably because they haven't built them yet, but it should be an easy war. I might have mentioned it in the past, but I'm going to make a more concerted effort to try and improve relations with some people in the world, because since relations with nations actually affects trade now, so nations that hate you are less likely to buy and sell from you, so most of the world has unfavorable relations with us, so I went ahead and I've allied Gujarat to boost them, and then I've been improving relations with Han, Yanpur, and the Timurids. I'm trying to identify the largest nations that I have access to, that I would have access to, and trying to improve their relations. Let's go ahead and improve with Multan. Try and fight those guys, those ships. Where did those ships come from? Oh, there's just a bunch of transport ships. That was like a 2-day siege right there. We should get a lot of loot from some of these provinces. There's a grand. Ha! I was ready for those guys. Nice try, separatists. You can only rise up in that province 17 times before I'm ready. 16 times, okay, you can have your fun for a little bit, but that 17th time I'll be there. Waiting. Oh yeah, destroy all of those ships. And a bunch of our colonies are being completed, which is nice because we had a bunch of England's colonies. So I think we're over our colonial limit. Yeah, I think we were paying like 100 ducats at one point. More than 100 ducats probably like 150 ducats. So that'll actually go down. We're making 287 ducats right now. It's that trade. Jayanagara's capital should be pretty nice. There's a lot of forts in this area. Oh yeah, let's loot Goa. 5-day siege. About $1 grand worth of loot. Let's get rid of all of those. I believe that should have finished off the entire the entire eastern seaboard of Brazil. Yeah, there's a couple provinces up here, which I think both of these provinces are Colombia. This might be Brazil. And technically, there's some stuff over here, but none of this stuff actually goes anywhere. So probably send one more to Brazil. If that doesn't get anything, then this has to be Colombia. Both of these guys are Tech 30. So I might be able to send expeditions over there. Keimer is Tech 28, so if I can't get something from Keimer, then this is rigged. So I might send one over here at Cochin, China, because I want to try to get one of these. I'd like to get this entire coast, actually. That would be nice. At least the coastline, at the very least. Our property maintenance exploded this year. 21 dip, but we're not making really anything more than usual. We're actually making less, 6,000 ducats. Sometimes this just goes crazy. It's a high number. Never seen it this high, though. Let's just exit out of that. They're going to take this province, that's fine. Alright, they took all of that. Let's go ahead and core some of these provinces. Noble concessions and disowned relative have expired. Let's do that, and then... since I can't free the peasantry, let's see what their privileges are. These three don't really seem that huge to me. Processing monopoly, game monopoly, and forestry monopoly. 10% of all revenue from forestry industry transferred to noble wealth. 10% revenue from all game industry transferred to noble wealth. And 2.5% base rate for all peasantry dues owed to the nobility. They don't seem as important as the other ones, at least. Rural autonomy is probably one that I should get rid of. Or familial service, which adds corruption. Court titles also adds corruption as well. And gives the aristocrats a little bit of influence, but the aristocrats haven't taken over the country in a long time. So I don't really have to worry about that. I think I would get rid of... what's the cheapest one of the ones that... this one is a little bit of corruption, so I think I would get rid of this one, 35 noble loyalty. Would drop them down to 50. I could do... disown unpopular relative to get them close to 60%. I don't have the admin required for it, so hold off for now. It's either that or demoting them. But demoting them would cost a lot of stability, so I'm not sure about that. I don't really have much stability to spare. Don't really have any stability to spare because we're still decreasing. We're -2 stability, so probably revoke that one that adds corruption. Yeah, I'm ready for you guys too. Alright, Vijayanagara. 63 urban development, rank 4 amenities, rank 6 garrison, rank 5 irrigation, rank 1 capital. About 2 grand. Let's split off into 2 stacks. Tackle these forts down here. Wait a minute. That's a 36 urban development and 52 urban development provinces up there. I'll grab these forts and swing up there. I want to take this province. Yeah, I can't send an expedition in La Plata, so I assume because we're done with that, it just removes it. I'm going to send one to Cochin, China. Is there Cochin, China? Malacca, Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Philippines, Pacific Islands. There's no Cochin, China. So I'm gonna go to Southeast Asia. See if that's that area. They've actually built up a decent amount of troops, actually, more than 40,000. Yeah, I'm ready for you guys, too. I'm ready for all these rebels. Alright, looting this province should be a good province to loot. Four-day siege. Not a whole lot of urban industry. Rank 2 capital, rank 3 amenities, rank 2 garrison, rank 2 irrigation, rank 5 pathing. About $1 grand. So not as good as I thought. There's a lot of rebels in Madagascar. They really want their independence over there. Independence is overrated. So much better to be part of my empire. They can take thumb outs. They go over there. Who's commanding this? A 4-6. Oh, there's a fort over here. Alright, fine, I'll just land my troops. Yeah, can't hide from me. Hide behind your stupid fort. I'm gonna fight these guys. Take their one province over there. Okay, those guys. That was weird. Alright, I think I'm going to end this part here. I'll continue this looting and then go from there once this entire area should be looted. And deal with some of these rebels, core some of these provinces, get my stability back, and then go from there. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.